Guys, how you doing? After we took this Rustler out for that last bash, we destroyed all the shocks. And so far, up until this point, I've actually been pretty lucky with the standard shocks. But I do hear a lot of people saying that they fail early on. I've had these kicking around for ages, because that is the main problem, is the shock caps keep popping off. So I was going to put these on there, but I know some people still have issues with that happening. So, I've got a set of these. No idea how good they're going to be. They look really good. They look similar design to the ones that come on the Slash 4x4 Platinum, which is what I've got sitting up there. And the shocks on that thing, I can't break them. They are absolutely indestructible so far. I can't fault them. Boy, that thing takes a beating. So hopefully, these shocks are going to be just as good on the Rustler. Let's get them unboxed and get them on there and then see what they're like. Alright, so as you can see on here, the shock cap popped off on every single one of these shocks apart from one. Then also on this one back here, look, I spent the shock shaft as well. So that's kind of the deciding factor why I got these as well. Is hopefully these shock shafts in here are a lot stronger. So let's crack them open and have a look what's going on in here. Beautiful packaging. Traxxas really do like presenting their stuff nicely to you. Really a nice touch. I mean, these haven't got the adjustable shock bodies. They've just got these little things that you push in and out. And for bashing, that's perfect. I haven't got a problem with that. All I want these things to be is super duper heavy duty. And oh, they feel beautifully smooth, actually. So I did read somewhere that you're supposed to use the standard springs that are on the Rustler in combination with these shocks first for best handling. But I'm just going to leave these on there for now, I think, and see what they're like. So we've got a couple of shorter shocks there for the front, a couple of longer shocks for the back. Alright, let's get these things on there. Alright, so they should be really straightforward to fix. Just a 2mm screw at the bottom, 2.5 at the top. Make sure we don't lose that little washer. So to start off with, I'm just going to mount these on the exact same hole position as the standard ones were. Give that a go first. I mean, I'm not really the greatest expert when it comes to tuning shocks. I'm just really a basher. So as long as it handles sort of half decently, the main thing for me is just that it takes a complete and utter beating. If they take a beating, then they get my stamp of approval. If handling's good as well on top, then that's just a bonus. Also in the kit, by the way, it comes with all these little collars. It's got some different pistons in there for the shocks, and it also comes with a bit of shock oil. No idea what grade shock oil this is actually, but... Alright, so I'm going to get the rest of these fitted off camera, then I'll put you back on. Alright, so they're all fitted, guys, but I just read the instructions after I fitted them and it says fill them with oil. I thought they felt like they already had oil in there. So I'm going to have to take them off and put some oil in there. Ow! Alright, so what you got to do is just fill them up to the top. Not the best lid on this thing. It's almost like there's supposed to be a little spout included, but there isn't. You can see those air bubbles come out. Alright, so I'm going to let these chill. Do that to all 4 shocks. Let them chill for 10 minutes, let all those air bubbles out. And then we'll top them up a little bit more. Put the caps on, put them back on, and we should be good to go. Alright, that's been about 10 minutes. The air bubbles are out. I'm just going to put a tiny bit too much. Tiny bit more on the top of each one. And then we'll stick the caps on. Beautiful. Alright, so I put them all back on now. They do feel really nice, really smooth. I wouldn't mind being able to lower this a little bit. I mean, once the battery's in, there's a little bit high. I mean, I like running my RCs a little bit lower. So, you know, if I could run it this sort of height, I would definitely be a lot happier with it. But I'm not really sure how I can go about it. I mean, maybe I can buy some shorter springs from somewhere. I don't know. Give me a note in the comments, guys, what I can do to lower that down a little bit. I mean, on the back it's easy. I can just pull these collars out. But on the front, there's no collars even in there. Ah, what an idiot. There's that bloody little cap thingy-majig that's supposed to go on the shock oil. Alright guys, so we're going to take this out for a little run soon. We're going to give it a beating, see how well this thing holds up. So alright guys, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, smash the bell button to stay notified, share the videos with your buddy. See you soon guys, bye!